and we were chasing we found her footprints, and after 2 or 3 dead ends, we realized she doubled back several times, and now we didn't know exactly where we were either. So that's where we're at.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
We've also picked up a couple customers or hitchhikers, a young spider pet of one of Valandril. This was Valandril's pet. All right, the collar she was wearing was like pure black diamonds and stuff, and worth actually about the Zorns might try to eat it.
Protect
And we
your
also
spider.
have Bog the Goblin, but he seems to lay low pretty well and he's pretty good at just being quiet and disappearing. He's good camouflage. Okay, so here we are at one of our meager camps, and we're about to head off. You guys go with it.
So we called a night there, did we, Darren? That at the end of that last one, we just kind of made that camp for the night. Is that how that worked?
Yeah, I was assuming your regular cycle, right? You'd go for two shifts and then rest for a shift.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So,
that gives you opportunity to get some hit points back and such too.
Yeah. Now, the Zorn have been gone for several hours, but that may take them even more than that to
if they come back.
Well, that's the other part of it too.
I don't trust them entirely to come back, but yeah.
Yeah, they might have interpreted the contract differently. But anyway, as the shifts are going by, so you're taking this 6-7 hour rest period and memorizing spells and chanting and meditating to gods and so on. And as we're cycling through the shifts, who would be in the third shift?
That's not the morning shift?
Yeah, that'd be the morning, the last shift basically, is usually split into 3. There might be 2 of you at a time on shift.
Let's just say it's me.
That would be the spellcasters then, because I don't need to rest continuously.
Yeah, but if they're memorizing spells, they can't watch.
Yeah, but they need the continuous rest for two sleeps together.
Right. Okay, it's not too important. So we have Silk. Is he just solo right now then, or is anyone with him? I was gonna say Mongo's with him if no one else wants to be.
I was gonna say I can because I do my spell memorization at what we assume to be night.
Yeah.
Before I go to sleep, so.
Okay.
I just got to put the cat outside a minute.
Then Scott or Gwyden can do with one of the NPCs, and I can do with one of the NPCs, and then we have the 3 shifts covered with at least 2 people on each one.
Probably me and Frederick.
Yeah, and Hondo and I, or Hondo and I, her and I can take a trip.
So Silk, if you could give me a hear noise roll, and Baudica, if you could give, just let me finish a second. Baudica, if you could give me a wisdom check.
Yes.
There's a penalty on that.
What's the penalty?
+10.
+10. Oh shit. I am not confident. I am 1 point above my wisdom.
I hear that noise good.
Silk is now you're not necessarily walking together all the time, but I'm assuming that typically you'd be setting up for a while, watching and listening quietly, and then going on little short patrols, you know what I mean, when you're on watch. Unless you want to tell me that you're going to do some deep cycles out there or something that changes things, but I'm assuming you're staying close enough that
I want to stay fairly close, and I keep my eye on the ceiling.
A quick whistle would alert everybody, sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
Or something. You don't wander too far. Now, people have to take toiletries and things like that, and I know that's a thing not really touched upon, but anyway, for the moment, And people get up at night and move around and stuff. So I mean, you might be up. I might say, hey, something wakes you up. But so far, everybody's getting a good sound sleep, and you come back and Silk, you heard. Now you hadn't heard these noises before. It's always been Jang, and Baudica says she may have heard it once, but Jang seems to be the ones that catches them. But you hear what that noise, the chittering kind of hissing noises that they describe hearing.
And chittering, that makes me think of some sort of spider or something, or pedipalp or something.
And Baudica, you okay? Go ahead, Silk. Carry on.
Yeah. So
Did you read the postings? I put some postings on Facebook, kind of narrating about this and such. But anyway, Jang had told you about the noises that they'd heard about the Watchers.
I'm going to take a potion of clairaudience, which means I'll be able to hear the noise like perfectly.
All right, so you're not really reacting then, like you just heard it because you were being really quiet, but you didn't really. You quietly pull out the potion and imbibe it, and your hearing suddenly comes into intense scrutiny, of course. And it's weird how it works. Like a bat, you can actually differentiate up little hollows and such like that. And suddenly you hear it's much more audible, this chittering and clicking sound. And then underneath that, now that reminds you very much of rats. But underneath that, you hear this kind of lilting chirp.
Can I make a roll to see if it's something that I can, like, mentally kind of figure out?
You have read languages as a thief, but not really comprehend language. You could figure it out. You suspect it's a language.
I can make a roll. Maybe I can.
And
really good or something, maybe.
Baudica, or no, sorry, Brad. You heard it's right above you. And also coming from the camp.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to the camp and start wake some people up and be like, we seem to have hearing this noise, and I hear it really well, and we seem surrounded.
Hey,
I go bug Jang first. I go nut Jang, and I'm like,
you trip over something. Like and wait a minute, and you go to move, and yeah, there's something catches your foot. It's like you trip right over it. Now you do get a dexterity plus 10 to avoid tripping. You're not even sure if you definitely.
Oh.
Oh no. Well, you completely trip like and you're not sure something's there. Yeah, you just go over. Baudica, you just thought you heard something, yet you spun around, and Silk had just left towards the other end of the chamber, kind of, and he went sort of around the corner just there, and then you hear him kind of fall over something, like, oh shit. You heard something and you spin around. Could you give me a dexterity? This one's a +5.
Okay. Made it.
Okay,
Nice.
you just in time, you feel something coming down over your head.
Oh shit. I'm going to let out a sharp whistle to alert everybody.
Okay. Now, before this happens, we have to zip back to Silk.
No worries.
Silk, you rolled that 20, so you totally tripped. You're like, whoa.
So the +10, I actually would have made that roll. My dexterity is 20 because of those gloves.
Oh, is that right? Oh, yeah. That was Oh, wow. So you had a good chance of avoiding it. 50-50.
Yeah, but nope. Tripped over an invisible turtle.
Now we have to roll surprise. Now you are surprised here. Let me double check the stats here, because I think Brad knows what these little critters are, but his character may not. And I just have to double check something because I think you have to roll 6-sided for me, Brad. Okay, they get a surprise attack on you
Bastards.
as there's a swarm of these little, well, everyone else kind of has to pretend not to hear this. As Brad, you're swarmed by these things that are clubbing you. You're getting hit by, you'd swear, dozens of these little gnome-like creatures. They're like 15 inches tall and carrying vicious little clubs, and they're all coming in and just clubbing you.
Dirty little bastards. Do I have a chance of getting out of it?
Well, they get their attacks.
Hmm.
So let me have a quick look here as they swarm in.
What I'm gonna do.
Now, what's your armor class? Surprised, so that's without your dexterity. And you're also prone. Right? So that's
So it'd be armor class 2.
and they get a bonus +2 on their attacks because you're prone. So what's your AC?
2.
2,
Well,
okay.
they'll be with a minus, yeah.
Gotcha. Let me have a quick look here. So they need a 14 to hit you. Okay, I'm rolling the dice here. So 3 of them hit you, 1 with a critical. Okay, so the 2 guys. Now you realize this is subdual damage. They're pummeling you. They only do 5, and then the other one does double damage. 8. 13 points damage together. However, I have to roll. Oh, I'm rolling as GM. I'm not showing you the rolls here. Here, I'll open that up now. Pardon me. I've been rolling here. It's all, actually, you should see it on my shared screen. Which I might have to cover up soon. But anyway, I'm just rolling now because they have a chance, albeit slight, of rendering you unconscious. Oh, and they're pummeling you, and you're just hit you right in the head, and poof, draw a big bunch of blood splatters. And these creatures have little tiny fangs, and they're leering at you, and they got these beady little rat eyes and these conical heads that are kind of sloped over and give them large craniums, and their bodies are kind of looks like they're covered in these mottled thick hide that you thought at first was some sort of clothing or armor, but it moves with them and kind of blends in with the background and such. And you realize that they look like rocks when they stand still, these things.
Ew.
Dirty little thugs.
Indeed. And there's like at least a dozen jump you, and they're swarming and they're all quiet and just beating on you, and they're trying to get that head hit in. They're all going for headshots, trying to club you out.
Can I cast a 1 segment spell?
We're going to roll for initiative. So, but I have to go to Baudica a minute because Baudica, you heard some thump shuffle, like your keen ears, but it was, he's about 150 feet away, just on the edge of your vision. But you felt something coming around your head. Now, if you could roll 6-sided for me.
Yes.
And I already rolled for your chance to actually have a chance at this. So you were not surprised, okay? But we'll roll for initiative now. So let's do the 3 of you. No, we'll roll collective initiative for sides. We've been doing that at this point. It just seems to speed the game up. Now, Baudica, this is happening in real time, sort of, but you said you yelled out something, which just takes an instant, of course. Brad, you're casting a spell, you were saying.
Yeah.
And you're prone now. You can't cast spells when you're prone. Okay.
Even a 1 segment spell.
I don't think so. Which spell?
Magic missile.
No, you can't cast that prone.
The
I'll
somatic
try to make a
components.
maneuver out of the way then.
Yeah, just to let you know. Okay, so let's roll initiative. I got a 6, and you suddenly realize, Baudica, there's things around you. Okay, so we'll start. Who wants to go first, Brad or Heather? They're going first, but which side do you want me to deal with?
I don't care. Do we want to Rochambeau for it? I mean,
Just do a die roll. I choose even.
And it's hot.
So Baudica,
There you go.
so yeah, what is your AC without from your back? So without shield.
well, I don't carry a shield anyhow, so
Totally.
it is 0.
Oh, nice. So you sense something coming around your head, and you duck away as you realized it was perhaps a noose or something that was dropping from up above. But it's easy to move out of the way. It didn't surprise you, but
These guys are called.
suddenly the rocks come alive around you, as at least a dozen of these things swarm up your leg, crawling up your arms, your back, and trying to club you in the head. And as
Lovely.
described as the same that we're attacking Silk, as you guys have met the germ lane of the Underdark.
Okay.
Some of the more devious of
I think they do ride rats and stuff too, actually. That's
they
probably
do,
what
yeah.
rat noise. Yeah. Yeah, even nasty things coming.
Don't get the yeah. So your AC was pardon me, Baudica?
0.
0.
0. Okay. So they need a 19. 1, 2. Oh wait, they have +1. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. 3 hit too.
Okay.
And I'll quickly. Yeah, and they're going for headshots. You see, with these vicious little iron-bound clubs, doing 5 points damage. 3 of them managed to kind of get close enough to strike. And again, I roll my little percentages here. How many hit you? 3?
Yeah.
And you managed to dodge that knockout blow that they're striving for. And meanwhile, you did. Oh, it's your turn. Go ahead. You guys can act now.
Okay. I'm going to assume that when I heard the noise of them that I drew my sword, Blood Moon. So I'm going to swing out and try to hit one of the ones as close to me as possible. Let me find my there it is.
And you just swing and you cut one in half, like diagonally.
Nice.
And the parts kind of just slide hither, thither. Oh yeah, gone. But you can hear them kind of roar in anger. I'll hiss at you, but quiet enough that hopefully. Now, did you yell out or do anything? No, you have to kind of let me know if you're doing and what you're saying, such like
I
that.
did let out a high-pitched whistle to get everyone's attention, and then we're under attack.
So yay! Now, of course, everybody's kind of queued up and to that call, And so could everybody for me give me a dexterity check plus 10? Oh, pardon me, not Silk or Baudica. The campers, those in the camp.
Past mine.
You must have caught Baudica or Jang in her REM sleep because she didn't.
Oh wow. Oh yeah, and it's tough. These creatures are so quiet when they want to be, and even though they'll creep up 5 feet and then sit still, and you'll think, oh, here's something, you spin around and you won't see them, right? But regardless, Zhang, you heard the call and you go to move, and you realize your ankles are bound
Mm-hmm.
and your hands are bound,
Ooh.
and there's critters kind of crawling on you.
Okay.
Scott, you were just you heard the sound, you're just rolling over, and you're not bound. Basically, that was sort of a luck roll, I suppose, in a way. See if
They
they
haven't
got
got
you.
to you yet.
And it's a bit arbitrary, I realize, but it's quick, so that's why I'm doing it this way.
That's okay.
Mongo is bound up, but very strong. But he bellows as he's a slow riser, though. Actually, he might still be sleeping. I'm going to give him a wisdom check to see if he keeps sleeping. Okay, he'll be up soon.
Hondo?
Yep, Hondo can roll,
What's she got?
and they're tough rolls. Yeah, of course, Drederick, let me know.
Frederick missed.
Okay, so Drederick's been hog-tied somewhat.
Hondo's free and ready to roll.
So yeah,
She
Good.
is ready to start swinging.
all right. So let's go to Silk now, and
Yeah, so
creatures.
I'm gonna try to make a maneuver just to use my strength and dexterity to just kind of push my way out of there and kind of try to spring out of the middle of them.
Yeah, but they won initiative.
Uh-huh.
We're still in the round, so they move in to try attack you. They get first to get an attack before you can do that. So I'll just do that quickly. Yeah, they are they can be dangerous in numbers. But your AC is pretty good now, even though you're prone at the moment, so they get a plus on their thing.
Mhm.
Oh, one got another. Yikes. Four hits. Take 8 points damage. Oh, and that one was double. I got to roll that one again. 8. So 12 more damage, Brad, total. And again, I roll my little percentage here as they try to get those club shots in. And that's 1, 2, 3, one more. The critical has a nope. None of them managed to get that knockout blow, Brad. So that was their turn. So go ahead, Brad. Pardon me.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to use my dexterity and I got 16 strength and 20 dexterity, so I'm just gonna try to just like roll up and just try to push my way out of there used to my
Sure.
superior size and strength.
You're just swarming
Open
and
up a
stuff.
hole so I can jump out.
Sure. So give me a dexterity check or strength, your choice.
I'd say dexterity.
Sure. All right. So you spring up. I know you do the hand spring up or whatever, make it look good, or just roll up, but you get your footing and you're active up again, and you shrug off a couple, flinging them, and they're all swarming around, and you sense a hesitancy in them as they hear that sure whistle. They all stop for just a fraction of a second and go to, well, you're not sure. Let's go to the camp. Who's active? Who's not tied? And those who are tied can act as well.
Hondo.
Yeah.
She's gonna roll up pretty quick and
There's probably about 20 or so around you guys.
Yeah.
In the campsite.
She's kind of split between knocking some of them off of Baudica and seeing Jang tied on the ground and not fully functional yet. So
Okay, you got 10 seconds.
she's gonna go roll over and try and use her martial arts to take a couple off of Jang.
Okay.
See what she rolls here. That's not going to do it. 6 isn't going to quite do it.
Well, it's actually, what is it? 5th level monk?
6th, but it doesn't even hit
Okay, yeah, gotcha.
armor class 10.
Yeah.
Or 6 and 7. Man.
Yeah, and I guess you just something you do realize your foot is tied up to something. Maybe you just snapped it apart. Who knows? Anyway, I'm not sure what happened. Yeah.
She comes in swinging at a few and causing them to duck out of the way, but fails to connect with anything.
Right.
So how are we being lassoed or tied up? Or are they grappling with people? What are they doing?
No, they were
they-
tying you up in your sleep.
Okay.
Without us even noticing.
Just tying you up in whatever posture you noticed you were, they would just tie you to the ground and stuff with stakes, like what's that? Gilligan's Island,
Gilgamesh's
Gulliver's
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 Travels.
Travels, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
They, you know what I mean? They were tying you down and staking you and stuff. Doing it real discreet so you could still sleep and stuff, but I should have mentioned that more detail, but tough little cables they're tying you with and so on, like Zhang is pinioned pretty well, like, whoa.
Let's see, what can Jang do?
Dredrick is, you see, he's hog-tied, and there's probably, let me roll here a minute. There are
Check your magic items too. Sometimes there's something on a list.
at least 3 of them around Dredrick
Oh, wait,
with
I
clubs
have it.
and so on. And there's, I could roll for each. So let me write some stuff here. Anyway, what do you do? Jang?
Guiden or Jane?
I think Jang
Jang's
was
up.
acting. And I'll make a list here. We can just actually start our initiative list if you want. And then I'll
Sure.
just go.
Zhang takes one look at them and realizes they're not actually animals, correct? Like they're a sentient being, so her speak with animals wouldn't work with them.
I don't know, but time's ticking.
She will try and try and escape these cables, use her flexibility and nimbleness to try and get out of a couple of these restraints. However you want to function that's what she's going to try to do.
Okay, muscle out and contort. That's
Yeah.
your call. I'll give you a strength check then, because it sounds like you're just powering out. +5 on your roll.
Okay. Let me see what she's got.
See if you can try to just break some cables, get your upper body free, and then wiggle out.
Yep. So D roll +5.
Pull out some stakes, These things are
Yep.
pretty clever though.
Oh, no, that didn't go.
You're twisting and you're actually, these cables are biting into you as you're doing that for 2 points damage,
Okay.
like drawing blood, and you just, oh jeez.
What in the blazes?
Wyden. You
Is
are trying
anyone?
to-
Can
Go
I
ahead.
tell anyone other than me that's not tied down?
Hondo
there any-
appears to be up.
Okay, I'm gonna yell at Hondo and Baudica to.
Okay.
I'm gonna yell at Hondo to free up, to help get Zhang up, and Baudica and I are gonna try and attack anyone around Zhang. So
Okay.
Hondo, free Zhang.
Okay.
Baudica, let's get these guys. But I'm going to focus on the ones around Jang.
Okay. You can still actually act. So
Okay.
focusing on them, you mean killing them?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
That's it.
That's what I thought. All right, so
Okay.
you go into action, your sword's beside you when you're sleeping, right? Now,
Yep.
you go to grab your sword and the handle is slippery.
They greased ya.
It's either they did something to it, I won't
People
mention.
used to do that at Halloween. They'd go around and grease doorknobs.
Anyway, yeah, the sword handle is lubed up. You go to grab it, and you have to make a dexterity check every time you attack with it. And I know you have good dexterity, it's handy. But you're also -2 with that weapon until you clean it. I
Okay.
realize those little buggers had done more things. You guys are just discovering things that they've been doing. It still might hit, actually. Yeah, that's even with the penalty, that's a hit.
Okay.
Okay.
I get 2 attacks this round too. So
Okay, go ahead, roll again. Okay,
Almost double.
you
okay,
kebab two of
11
them.
damage on one and 15 on another.
You kebab two of them.
Nice.
Sear two of them, and yeah. So let me take. Okay, we had. Okay, Drederick is tied. Was he wanting to try do anything?
Yeah, I mean, obviously he'd try and worm out. I'm not sure what his odds are, but
Okay, dexterity or strength. He's
yeah,
gonna worm
probably.
out in dex.
Yeah, I don't. Let me just double check which ones he's got the best likelihood on here. Drederick should be
Anyway, give it a roll. We'll see if it's close.
okay. A plus. Well, I'm just going to do it flat, and you tell me add whatever you need to it. There you
So
go.
Drederick can get his upper body free. And
Okay.
he snaps and pulling on cords and yanking stakes out of the ground. He's damn it, and pulling stuff, and he's getting him, and he can get him he'll be free next round.
He's like, I'm coming, Lord, I'm coming.
Little bastards. I forgot to do a couple of their attacks, but we'll let you guys continue in a moment.
Does Hondo have to do anything focusing to roll anything to get attack Jang's bindings?
Hondo was just going to cover Jang, right? Or I don't know exactly what Dean had in mind there.
No,
Resolve that attack.
He asked Hondo to actually help her get out of the binding.
Free him. Yeah, free him from his bonds. We'll take care of the
All right.
little guys.
I'm going to do their attacks now. So you go to work on the bonds. So give me a strength or dexterity check +5.
For who?
For Hondo to try to free Jang.
20 + 5.
Jang's quite pressed, like down and opinion.
Oh yeah, that one passes.
All right, so you'll be able to free your upper body, but as you're doing so, of course, they come and swarming in and finishing their attacks.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, there was going to be. I'm going to divide this up evenly. So this is for the ones attacking Hondo. Oh, pardon me, that's the wrong die. Hondo, there's now ones, and they get +2s because they flank and stuff, and they're small and they scramble around. Just to let you know, there's 2 hits there.
Yep.
So can you roll 2d4 for me, Dean, for damage, and then I'll also I'm rolling for the percentage to see if they knock him out. Her out.
Yep.
Like Hondo's a she, yeah.
She, yeah. Both ends of the spectrum, 1 and 4.
Okay, so they don't get the connection. Okay, she takes 5 points damage.
Okay.
Then 4 attacks Jang. Now they get +4 on this attack. As you're pinioned. However, your armor class is
Zhang's base armor class or
Yeah, with-
normal armor class is -3.
Yeah, okay, so those are all misses.
She's got
Okay, so 4 attack Dreaderick, who is, they get bonuses on that. There is 2 hits, one's a crit. Could you roll 3 die 4 for me, Scott? That's the damage Dreaderick takes.
Right. You're asking a lot because I've got it to get myself a beer.
Yeah, he's, oh,
Yeah,
not just haven't
Darren.
rolled. Yeah, get you every time. So they're swarming everybody. They're just all over the camp and just pummeling. Who's next? We had Jang's done,
You wanted 3D4, right?
please. And Gwyden, they swarm Gwyden, who's phenomenal armor class, but they have +2. So they actually 2 of them hit. Amazing, Gwyden. So I can roll actually right here. I got the thing too. So Gwyden, you take 4 points damage, and there's a chance they. Pardon me. I have to. Okay, now I'm not going to recon this. They're ignoring the heavy armored people. I forgot, and I'll have to reset that. For now, they'll attack you, Gwyden, and they did, but they're anyway. I'll.
Dreaderick
But-
rolled 6. I don't know what that was for.
Damage, hit points
Okay.
damage.
for the ones that smucked them.
Yeah, and nope, they don't knock out Gwyden. They already attacked Baudica. They already attacked Silk. Anyone left who Mongo?
Mongo, yeah.
And then now this round they do attack Mongo, but normally they go for the unarmored. And with the +2, boy, they're getting some good rolls. Wow, 8 damage.
Smucked him pretty good for them little clubs.
He happened to have his helmet off, I guess, but they didn't knock him out. So he takes 8 damage though. Just wham, he's still sleeping and they're just hitting him in the head.
Bong, bong.
He's like,
Good night drinking. The bells are going off.
yeah, okay, so I minus those hit points. Next round, as you guys realize you're under attack, these things have been grabbing you and fiddling with your stuff and try it anyway. Let's roll initiative. Again, rolling hot. 6. Anyone want to roll for you guys, gals?
Yeah.
God got a 6 as well. Nice going,
No.
Scott.
Now I'll ask you guys, do you want to have another roll or have simultaneous?
Simultaneous.
All right. So who has any spells that take 3 or less segments? You know the. All right. Missiles going off first and so on, and then we'll get to melee.
Yeah.
So-
I'm gonna just do one at each target. So I'm trying to fuck up as many of them as I can.
Oh yeah. How many
Necessarily
missiles
not
can you
trying
fire?
to kill all of them. Yeah, like kill a few of them rather. I'd rather broadcast more and create more havoc. Yeah.
I'm gonna see you in the hallway there, firing magic missiles. Pop, 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 pop. So how many do you get?
5, 6.
3, 4, 2,
Damage
3,
spread.
2, 5 for on the one there. A lot of them are taking little bits of damage all over the place, light
So
flashy
you-
pops.
Wow.
I'm hoping to kind of disrupt them. Yeah.
Oh, I can just picture this. You pop like 3 of them, just pop. One of them you clip and he careens off like a kamikaze plane in one of those films. He's like careens into the wall and splatters.
I'm
Another
almost
one's legs
distracted
are
for a
blown
fraction of a
off.
second. Damn, that looked cool.
Just let me finish a minute. The other one's legs are blown off and he kind of tries to scramble and then drops down. And only one, you take out 4 of them. And one of them has its leg kind of blown off, he's trying to get away.
Oh
Very well
no.
done.
You won't get far.
Pop, 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 pop.
Nice.
Well, they're
Well
not very
done.
powerful, but boy, are they sneaky.
Well
Yeah.
done, Silk. Anyone else? Spells? All right. Anyone have those first missile shots if they're taking them, or have any other ideas? You estimate there's probably close to almost 30 that were in the encampment, and yeah, at least a dozen. Well, you don't know that, but your companions, you're not sure their shape. Go ahead.
You want to start off, Scott? Start
Mhm.
swinging.
I'm here, hold on. For whatever reason, whenever it's like I got to pull up my character every round. If I like look at the map, this one thing disappears into the background, and I'm
Yeah.
okay. Wait,
Yeah, I got multi-screens, so
I got to put a -2 on here. Didn't roll. Oh, there it is. There
yeah,
we go.
Glidden doesn't miss much, and
And I get 3 attacks this round. So do you want me to do all 3 now, or do one at the end?
yeah, you may as well, yeah. And they're not very strong. You see that when you hit them, you realize it, unless you hold back, you're just cutting them in half and like sideways and just skewering them, and like they're done when you hit them with your expertise. So 3
3.
more are just, you're kind of
3
covered in a
damage.
bit of their weird kind of bluish blood, and it splatters around the walls a bit. Splat.
Now, is this buying Hondo time to get Jang clear?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
that's kind of the goal. Doing my
If you're
best to
clearing the
keep
ones around, yeah,
Yeah.
Hondo, then they won't be attacking Hondo. Yeah.
just mowing the lawn. All right.
Yeah.
Just mowing the lawn.
So Hondo, you can help. Now Zhang, you'll
Mhm.
be free this round if either of you makes your roll. So
Okay.
plus
So this was
5.
a
If you fail, you
D20.
take 1d4 damage.
D20.
And you'll be completely free. You can still attack with your upper hands, but if you want to be completely free, then
Hondo didn't manage it, but she got something going on.
hold still, master.
Or still, they just won't break.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And she takes die 4 damage, by the way, Hondo.
Yep. I'll do that here in a second.
With her hands and stuff getting cut and so on.
But Zhang can definitely get herself free from the rest of it. Slip out now that she's kind of free.
All right. So next round you're free.
Yep. So she's freed up.
All right.
She took another point of damage on ripping her hand on one of those cables, or they're not string.
Mongo is, well, he's up now. He got hit in the head twice. And he gets up, and he was tethered though. But regardless, he starts tearing the cables and getting himself free. He's basically, what the Jesus. And actually, I have some here I want to share with you all. Give me one moment. As you, there's nothing like a dwarf getting angry.
And no.
Doubled up for some reason. Did you get the gist of it? He's yelling and tearing at shit. Drederick, what's he doing? Wow, these things are clubbing you. These all happen simultaneously, so they're all clubbing you as it's happening, right? They're all swarming still. Scott?
Okay.
Drederick?
Oh, so he was getting free last round. Is he free this round?
Yeah, I think he made his roll. He was
Okay.
breaking free.
Okay. And he has got, he's not using his crossbow. He's going to use his, I gave him my Paladin +2, so I'll just roll that.
Probably an awkward sword for him. But
That was my fallacy +2. I gave that to you. Look, I want to back out of this bitch. I mean, need
A
it.
10.
I've got a drow sword, but it'll probably melt.
Ah, so he cuts one in half.
Nice.
Yeah, and now they act, I think. So I'll do this quickly because it's simultaneous. They still seem to be in the fight. They're still trying. Oh, Baudica, you still have to act.
Yeah,
Or me,
I was
unless-
gonna hold off until everyone else had finished. Just, courtesy of letting people go first. Because I'm all set and ready to go. I'm gonna again swing, try to hit one of the guys that's attacking me with my sword. Think that'll do it.
You cleanly cut one of their little heads off.
Good
This
riddance.
is, yeah, this is getting kind of slippery around here.
Yeah, swack, gone. And you're like, whoa, well, they do die fairly easily once you hit them. For now, though, they get their turn now to attack back. So you killed 1, 2, 3. All right. So Baudica, will start with you. You take 3 points damage.
Okay.
And they don't get that headshot. Brad, there where you killed 4 of them. So yeah, 8 attacking. Only +2, so 3 hits. What's your armor class, Brad? Let me double check that.
Yeah, 2.
Now that you're up, right?
Oh,
You're up,
-4.
yeah. Oh, okay, so that changes that then. Hold on. Even with their +2, then just one of them hit. Okay, just one of them hit. 3 points damage though, Brad. I thought you had better AC than that. And they didn't knock you out. Now back in the encampment, there are now only 2 attacking Hondo. Or no, 1. So you killed 3 of them, didn't you? Okay, actually that's a hit on Hondo because it was attacking. Yeah, +2. That's a 3 points damage to Hondo. You're keeping track of that, Dean? Okay, and then that's 2 on Dean. Oh, wow. They keep hitting you, Dean. 4 points damage. 1 got you. And nope, not knock you out. Okay, so to Mongo. 3. Just rolling real quick here. Those are all misses. 4 on Gwyden. Those are misses. Who do I leave out here? I got Mongo, Gwyden. Baudica we did. Silk we did. So they're all still swarming around. There's a bit of a bloody mess. You've killed close over 10 of them. My records here. And I'm just making a secret morale check. Okay, next round. Roll the.
Go ahead, Scott.
Got it.
Pop that dice again.
I keep rolling 6s.
Not quite so good.
Now, to your surprise, there's sort of a collective shrieking, piercing yelp, and they go to disappear. They all go to scatter into little nooks and crannies that were hard to spot and notice before, unless you. Well, you did notice them before and so on, but they were just natural formations often and so on.
Where's our Zorn? Where's our Zorn?
Oh, the Zorn. I kind of slipped my mind there a bit. Where were the Zorn? Okay, they'll be coming back soon. I have to make a couple rolls there to see how successful they were in their little mission.
Yeah.
I want
we'll
them to
save-
root out. Them to root out these guys.
Crush
That
them
shouldn't
all.
take much.
Take your time.
These little things, they seem to give out this collective shriek, as I mentioned, and it was sort of like this runaway sort of thing, and they go to flee. And having the initiative, it sort of gives them a bit of advantage that they kind of all of a sudden caught you a bit off guard. You can still attack, press your attack, and try to strike them down as they're fleeing. You know, it's like imagine a bunch of rabbits let loose in a pen, and suddenly you open all the gates, and it's oh crap. You could step on a few, I suppose. You guys want to act? Go ahead, because they seem to all be fleeing. They've heard all this chirp go through.
Do we get any advantage to the hit as they just turn and run? They don't like do a fighting withdrawal?
Yeah, but it's like a fighting withdrawal.
Oh, it is a
Their
fighting
kind.
withdrawal.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you don't get a bonus. You still get an attack them though, if you want. You hit them, but no major bonus like a withdrawal from melee. It's not in this sense, no.
Hondo hits.
Yeah. So you squish. So everyone can make their move. They want to keep attacking, of course, and cast spells. Then we'll start Hondo. You get a hit. Okay. There's one and damage is done. Okay. Baudica, you're weighing in. There's another one. Okay.
Oh, Jang got 12 points of damage on that one.
Oh wow. Okay. You guys are like, yeah, try that again.
Do we get a full round attack or just one each?
A round.
A full round?
No,
Okay.
no one. Yeah, because they'll be gone like halfway through this. They're bugging out.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Both Jang and Hondo drop one each.
Okay. I'm just because there isn't a collective hive of these things, right? And I'm keeping track of numbers and such, and it's kind of
Yeah,
there's fun. Go ahead, Scott.
I'm going to yell at Drederick. Drederick, grab them. We need to take a couple. So Drederick and I are both going to try and grab one, seize one.
Right by the throat as he goes to run.
Okay, they're
Yeah.
very slippery, so it's a grapple attack. Now these things actually have a bit of a bonus for that against large beings. So you're -4 on your attack, so you can make an attack to grapple them. So this would be you'd get a dexterity bonus or strength bonus on a root combat attack. So Drederick is level 7 or 6?
7.
7. So he needs a root 10 root. Does he have strength bonus?
I don't believe so.
Okay, so he needs 10 or better to grab one of these guys.
Let me double check here. So I'm trying to find, I know you did a character for him. I'm just not seeing it.
Henchman under
Oh,
the
here
journal.
it is. It's under henchman. I was looking under NPCs. Okay. He has a 17, so he's probably a +1/+1.
Gotcha. So he needs a 9 or better to grab one of these suckers. Oh, and pardon me, they're +4 against large creatures. So you actually needed.
Nobody's.
Yeah,
Nah.
their
Okay,
armor
and-
class
and-
bonus against.
And I'm going to try and grab one too.
All right, so you have a much better chance. Of
So
course. You would. Be,
I have a dex. Do I have a dexterity bonus with this?
You need a base 2 to hit them, but +4, so 6. Plus you get your strength bonus.
And no strength.
So you need 6 or better.
Come here. Got it.
Well, actually it was -4, but anyway, you got a 15. So
Yeah. Sorry.
you
Still
grab one. He has an attempt to try wiggle free, which is a bit of a long shot. He gets to basically attack you and misses. And you grab one, and he's trying to hit you with the club as you grab him. And the rest are scattering unless someone else wants to grab one. But that was Drederick or you? Oh, yeah, that was you. Yeah.
That was me.
Magic missiles after them.
Yeah,
All right. So I'm
everybody-
gonna do my
everybody-
best to secure this guy somehow. Disarm him and secure him.
Brad, you had another magic missile spell you're going to cast too?
Yeah, I had to. Why not? The more we pick off, the less they're likely they are to mess with us again.
Yeah, you might. Yeah, well, that's a good.
Oh,
call.
there's some good rolls in there.
Oh boy, okay. So you splatter. You guys create quite a bloody mess in this room and dome and stuff.
Pow.
I just want to make it so they're less likely to chase us down again.
Yeah, I don't think you've got any left on you with that roll.
And things go a bit quiet after that, unless you're all swinging, and you guys killed. To my thing here, you killed another almost 10 there as they fled. So you're over 20. Little splattered blood marks around the place, and you guys look around at each other, and they just disappeared at the holes and stuff all over the place. Little bastards. And then Mongo's like, hold on, everyone, stay still. And you see Mongo suddenly gets down on the ground and takes off his helmet, and you feel that. And he's putting his ear to the ground, to the stone. Ah, it's gone now. Everyone be quiet. Watch
Your audience would be working still. I could probably hear it real good.
No, this was a vibration in the ground.
Hmm.
Now, anybody who's a dwarf, I was going to say, can make a roll. Anyone have association with mining and underdark? I mean, would know anything about what the fuck he's talking about, right?
So are these Dwergar? Is that what we're looking at? Or are these like Spur Neblin or something?
No, they're new.
Yeah,
You've never seen
they're
their kind. Actually, there's rumors, jinxlings they're called by the drow, I think.
Jinxkins.
Jinxkins.
Dermalane,
That's it.
their main name, yeah.
And they're, well, what you know their names. Dermalane might not be known, but you know as jinxkins. They're known as the drow. And they're pesky like fucking rodents. And live in the underdark and by the millions, and they prey on what they perceive as, when you're not ready and so on.
Yeah, they're sneaky little buggers.
But you gave him a bloody mess. Like you maybe scared him off, or maybe made him angry. Maybe there might be 1,000 showing up soon.
Yeah, we should get the hell out of here, definitely.
But Mongo was reaching down, and he goes, He looks around, and he goes, and he shakes. No, it can't be, but it might. There might be a maker close by.
A what? What are you trying to say?
I suppose Baudica head might turn at that name. The maker is known in the underdark circles of the underdark. The maker is the beast that burrows in the rocks. The purple worm.
Yeah, it's just like, I know what it is.
And one might have been, he shrugs, and could have been a tremor. But I suggest we walk in a gait that's not rhythmic and not bang around much. And he kind of drops something, plunk, plunk, bang, his helmet. Buck.
You're full of a tuck.
Do the opposite of that.
And you look at each other, and I don't know, you were beat up. You look at Baudica and Silk, and they're kind of bruised and battered. Like these little things swarmed their heads and stood on their shoulders and hit them in the face and just whack, whack, whack. And they were going now. That was basically they're cowardly creatures, you realize. And they were going spend 1 or 2, 3 rounds trying to subdue enough of you and knock you out and overwhelm you with numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And if they could have done that, well.
Let's go through our gear and make sure they didn't get off with anything important, because they were right here in camp. Now, mind you, let's go through their bodies too, because if they did get anything.
They've wedged scabbards and stuff. Right? Your quivers and things like that, they've fiddled with things. They've wedged wads of stuff and tied little ropes so that you can't draw things, or all of a sudden you go to draw a dagger and it's wedged. You're like, what? And like putting something sticky on your handle there, Gwyden, you want to deal with that.
Wipe that off. You don't know where it came from.
Jinxkin splooge.
All right, I'll give you the group a moment to come up with their next stage. You guys better think of a plan, what you're going to do now. you're following these tracks. Now you realize there might be a purple worm in the area, and you're lost. You have to make choices, and you have to prepare yourselves. And also these germline, you're not sure how they're going to react. For the moment, you've scared them off, and they're like that, right? You've smashed them up a bit, and they failed to subdue you right away. So
Oh,
I'll be back in a few minutes.
If you
Take
took
a
one of
short
those augury spells, we could simply ask here, if we go this direction, is it the best choice? And if it's not, we know we have to search the other way for the way to continue. Is this the best direction to get to where we want to go to meet the main channel? And basically that'll give us a 50-50 split on where we're at, which way to go.
Rosie. I don't think I wrote that one down.
Okay.
But we do have the Zorn coming, and they might be able to help us out scouting.
Mm-hmm.
And they actually probably know the caves better than any of us.
Yeah, it looks like the caverns of the troglodytes are up next if we go straight.
Rosie, you are just.
Well, we'll have to see what it takes to get across that when we get there. Right now, we got to get out of the territory of these things.
That's why I wanted to kill as many as possible. But the more I kill, probably the less chance they're gonna mess with this. I hope.
Again, yeah.
Mm.
How about? I know you've tried it previously, but how about trying to see where her freshest tracks were going and see whether she's been back and forth here a couple of times, because we know this area is kind of split and shattered, almost like layers of separated limestone in caves that go up and down and left and right and all over the place.
Yeah, I can try to track.
There, we're thinking.
See if
So
we
the
can.
ranger gets to action. I'll be right with you. Pardon me. Keep going.
I was going to say, like, if she's been back and forth through here 2 or 3 times, find her most recent set of tracks and skip wherever she went in the middle and follow the newest set.
Exactly. Follow those 5 9s or those size 9s.
Those size 9s.
Yay! One person's a Goonies fan.
So you make what was your roll on your tracking?
I have not made it yet. It's been a second. Let me look up to see what I need to do to track it.
And Rangers course, I could show you. Hey, Rosie, Mom's acting.
Right? Mom's RPing.
Not real dangerous. Yeah, we're LARPing. That'd be cool. I hope one day we can LARP. That'd be fun.
Right? That'd be so much fun. She'd have a blast.
Yeah. Okay, I can help you out right now. I can let you know I'm almost at the ranger. Where the hell is it? Rangers.
At some point in time, I picked up a mystery egg. There was some sort of interesting egg that I picked up. I wonder if it's gonna hatch something interesting.
Oh.
Yes, we did.
A little while ago.
Oh, you have to remind me about that. Yeah.
Yeah, we did. I forget exactly which encounter it was, but oh, she had a couple of eggs in the outpost.
Yeah, I got her not too long ago.
The big lady, when we searched her office, so to speak, or her quarters.
No, this, I remember that egg was. Something else is ringing a bell. It wasn't in the dragon horde, was it? I'll have to review that, yeah.
No, I don't think it was the Dragon Horde. I think I had it before that.
For the Fire Giant Hall?
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah,
right.
okay. Yeah, because it's old. Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, I just noticed it, so I was like,
Oh, okay, might be something that's but we'll have to resurrect it perhaps. But anyway, let's resume our
Kinda
adventure.
cool, familiar or something.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's something I totally forgot.
Okay,
So
I just found
what
the
have you
page.
decided to do?
Well, we're gonna try tracking her. And we've tracked her a couple times over the course. I'm gonna need, let's see, she's traveling along a normal passage, so I need at least a 65 or at most a 65. My brain. Okay, we just rolled a 29.
All right. So after some while, you realize, yeah, it seemed that she had been, you think that she had been getting more frantic as time went on. You could tell that after a while, she had kind of abandoned the premise of moving stealthily and so on, and that there was almost a panic. And then you come to an area where things changed. You follow a side passageway, and her tracks suddenly turn into a scuffle, and it looks like she had been perhaps waylaid or stumbled. Something happened to her, and there was a lot of activity and so on. And then after that, there's drag marks leading down the passageway, like somebody was dragging a body.
Ah. But it didn't go into one of these germline holes. Or what do you call that?
Germline, yeah,
Jinx,
germline,
jinxlings.
jinxlings.
Yeah, they're in the
Uh,
feed.
Oh, yeah. Now make another tracking roll, and I'll let you role play this as you don't go in here because you realize the place is unsullied by their feet. Baudica.
Yep. In the words of Tim Russ, I ain't found shit.
Okay, you realize they did a good job of covering up what did it. Okay, but I sort of a bit of a giveaway.
Did you do a Goonies and a Spaceball reference in the same
Yes,
Yes, I did.
double XP.
in the same session? Wow.
My
But
dad was a teenager in the mid to late 80s. So yeah, I picked up on a lot of 80s pop culture.
They're old enough to be our children.
something
Yeah. Yeah.
something
damn.
dragged perhaps her body away, and it's obvious you can follow it.
Straight
Well, it's
down
gonna
the
happen to a
passageway,
better
right?
person.
Yeah, sort of. Yep.
But they wiped out their own trails, but they left the drag marks.
You don't know that. All you
Don't
see
know.
is the body suddenly is dragging.
Yeah. Okay, well, everybody on high alert, listening good, but we got to make time and catch up. Can you give us any indication of timing on this, Baudica? Like how long ago this might have been?
That's a great question. I'm guessing
You
I
can
would
make
probably
another roll, but it's
I was
minus
gonna say.
50.
minus 50. Okay, so let me put that in real quick.
Anyone else want to do anything, by the way? Some time has transpired as
Did
you were
not-
tracking. I'm going to say probably about 2 hours have passed as you've tracked her to this point. And at this point, she was in panic mode, running.
It's plus 50, so 36 plus 50 is
86.
86. Again, didn't find shit. I have no idea.
Follow the tracks or drag mark.
Yeah, so it's like, oh, somebody did the job for us. So good.
Okay. Well, we don't know how long ago it was, but let's make tracks and follow it then.
All right, the drag marks continue for half an hour. Like, and you're moving cautiously, so you're going probably half speed,
Mhm.
unless so you're creeping and listening and stopping, I'm assuming. Give me whoever wants to be the rep for this, for the scout for hearing, give me a hear noise if you have that ability, or anybody who has hear noise can roll hear noise. And Now, tell me your strategy for the next 2 hours, or I should say about hour, as you're following these drag marks that go on and on and on.
Somebody's very determined to drag her somewhere if they're going to drag somebody around that long, like that far. Most people are animals or monsters would give up or eat her, right? So something wants to take her captive.
Yeah. I'm gonna recommend that Silk and Jang take the lead on this, both trying to be quiet but still make time and do the lead.
Yeah, I've still got that black and techno cloak that's like a cloak of hiding, I guess, kind of like a.
Mm.
And
cloak.
Jang has the elven one that she's wearing.
So you're now I'm going to play for you a bit here, but I'm assuming you're going to try. You look at each other and stop right away and listen intently, like every once in a while, randomly trying to catch those noises and such, but to no avail. Either they're onto you or they're just staying out of whatever. You're not hearing those noises, and you guys keep moving and following these obvious drag marks. After about an hour, you find the tunnel isn't very big, and at an odd time it goes up a ways, and you look up the light, and it's always a dead end or a ceiling. But one time you notice there's a round hole that comes down and kind of cuts right through your passage, and kind of cuts half it off, and it's almost going perfectly perpendicular. Just like a 4-degree angle from your passage, and it cuts off maybe 10%, whatever made that tunnel. And you hear Mongo kind of mumble, and he gives this sign and puts his fist up under his chin, and the Maker preserve us. And you see that something had bored its way through the very rocks and made the size of the creature was probably a circumference of up to over 12, 14 feet.
Like how fresh does it look?
Well, I don't know if your expertise on purple worms are and boring, but the Mongo, you ask Mongo perhaps, and the two of you spend a moment as the rest of you take a break and break out some munchies and whey bread or whatever and have a shot of brandy. I don't know if you're allowing people to smoke. Mongo would like to. But Mongo reminds everybody, try not to be quiet as he drops his hammer, clunk bang. And Mongo holds the lantern over top the circle, and it just goes down in the blackness, like, ugh. And he looks up and he goes up in the blackness. It's a Maker tunnel, but I think it's older. It's not hot. And look, and he points, and you can see that there's sort of erosion a bit of it, weathering.
I recommend we not take too long a break right beside it.
Yeah, let's get the hell out of here. Yeah.
The drag marks keep going.
Yeah. So
now, Baudica, what have you been doing this whole time? You've been the tracker during this hour, and I'll get to you, Silk, as well. Everyone should tell me if they want to do something as they're following his drag marks. And you're all trying to be very careful, quiet. You're trying not to walk in rhythm, Mongo, but
we're all doing the Ministry of Funny walks.
If everybody could give me a dexterity check.
Anybody watching
on that note? Yeah, exactly.
Well, even with Silk and I, we're stopping on frequent intervals just to hear too.
Yep.
And to check for ambush points, like look at
Dean,
where it looks like it's a pinch point where I might get ambushed or traps or anything like that.
Okay, give me a hear noise. Anyone who has that ability. And I give Mongo a roll as well, actually.
Oh, I made it.
Mongo's like, no. And he looks at Silk, the ground, and he puts his hand on it. And Silk, you put your head to the ground too. And suddenly you hear this, or feel and hear this shuddering sensation go through the rocks.
I cast a haste spell on us right now.
No, and Mongo's hold. And Mongo's just like, wait.
Everybody
You got to get up, stand up, and go to cast. And he's just wait. And everyone shh. And I have to get one more roll here. But yeah, you can cast that spell. Of course, I'm not saying don't. He's just saying, wait a second. If it's, he says, here, see if it gets closer. And you guys wait around and make another hearing. Anyone wants to make a hearing roll?
I'll
Yep.
like prepare the spell this round.
Yeah, sure.
So it'll be easier next round. I'll just be like, oh, I'm gonna want to pop it.
Oh, wait a minute. I got, anyone make hear noise?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, as
Sorry,
did, oh, Mongo did as well. Mongo's like, it's gone. It's going away. You can hear it receding.
Give it a couple of more minutes. Let it get well out of range, and then
Yeah.
we're going to proceed. Just to give it an extra little bit.
Okay, so we proceed, and another hour goes by, and I've been making a few rolls here on the side. And my cat's gonna have to be moved. Oh no, kitty.
We're still
moment.
following drag marks.
Yes, if you want, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah, we're definitely curious about what happened there, where I could take down this drow so easy.
Right? No shit.
30 Germaline. I keep thinking they're German.
Tourmaline. Yeah.
German
German.
lane.
30 Germans jumping out would be like, holy, past the poles. Yeah.
Knocking off the poles.
Get those Germans.
But whatever other word you use there for them. 20 or 30 of them could jump her easily because they almost took the whole group of us.
We'd probably notice though, like we'd probably see more scuffle if there was a whole crap load of them.
Yeah,
Almost be
something.
more like something bigger, negative.
Yeah, but we're back on a main passage now that's going somewhere. We're not in that honeycomb area anymore, right?
No, you are still in the honeycomb area. Somewhat. Yeah, there's
Oh.
still branches. So you've hit a couple branches. I should have mentioned that, where you
Okay.
could have left, but you're following the drag marks.
Mhm.
Okay. And the one you're on though seems to be a natural quote unquote passage. It's not like a worm borehole. But you do come across another couple boreholes that are going hither and thither, random directions, it seems to you. An earthworm would think differently. So you could have branched and left at any time. It didn't mean you have to follow these drag marks by any means. But you do so far. Now, do you want to leave them or keep going? Because you sense that you're in the territory of some purple worm or purple worms.
Yeah,
Whole nest of them.
we do want to get.
And you're going deeper.
Or-
Like the drag marks are going deeper. Like you saw, all of a sudden you start seeing these boreholes.
Ooh, getting nervous.
Yeah, but I do want to get back to get her body to get my brooch back, or whoever's got her body. Something's got her.
Well, if she's still alive too, we could do some interrogation.
Yeah. We don't want to run because that's going to give a regular pounding beat. So
Good point. Mhm.
what do you say we try and make some time catching up on her, but not running? We're still being cautious.
I agree.
Yeah, just try to stutter up how we run, what distances we go, and stop.
Mhm.
Yeah, just sort of get to a minimum. Maybe I wonder if there's any way that we could like maybe pad the feet better than more heavily armored characters and stuff. Less percussion. I don't know.
There's an idea. Wrap any extra cloth we might have around the metal shod boots.
Yeah. Might make less noise.
That will help. You'll get
I
a
mean-
bonus on your dexterity check. Because I forgot to mention, if you're heavily armored, you have penalties.
Yeah.
Of course.
Hondo, Wyden, maybe Drederick as well. Hondo and Jang are unarmored at all, so they're fine.
Okay. So
I'm pretty
correct me if
light
I'm wrong.
armored.
The party's going to proceed, follow the strags, and you're going to be cautious, but you're going to speed up, move like in assault move, more than cautious.
Mhm.
Step it up a notch. Baudica is going to be keeping an eye on the tracks, trying to get more information, the
Yeah.
nature, so on. Okay, and then Mongo is going to be stopping every once in a while to listen for vibrations. You're all trying to walk out of rhythm, so that makes that dexterity check. But I was going to say, if you're wearing heavy armor, you're plus 10. Like it's just clunk, clunk, clunk. But if you do the wrap foot thing, you're plus 5. It's big. And if you're attempting, you're making a move. Now you can't move quick if you're moving a shuffling gait, but you can move a pretty decent pace. So go ahead, everyone roll those dexterity checks again. If you're heavily armored and wrapped up, it'll be
Hondo
and
and
the
Jang
monks don't have to roll.
Oh no. Okay.
No. And
I have
thieves.
to roll?
mm,
Yeah.
Yeah, you still do. You have high dexterity. Like it's just even making mistakes. Like some of you are like, "What do you mean walking out of rhythm? It's a strange thing, you know." Like, oh,
I
okay.
mean,
Yeah.
Still made it.
yeah.
So
I
anyone
can't
fail?
yeah.
No,
Unless it's a minus.
So no one failed, and you seem to be getting the trick of this. Everyone's shuffling along yet not making noise, and Mongo when he stops, he kind of everyone. Oh, another hour goes by. Everyone hear noise again. Anyone who can do hear noise as you stop to listen for vibrations, anything for that matter.
Yep.
Oh wow. And
Dang.
Mongo
And-
doesn't hear anything, and Mongo's like there for a moment, and he's closed his eyes, and he starts mumbling, and maker, and he shrugs and goes. He laughs at you all. Hey, you're learning to walk quietly. You won't be maker food, hopefully. And
Yeah.
Baudica, give me a tracking roll.
I was gonna say I was just going to offer to do that.
Hmm.
I'm not finding anything.
Anything more than the obvious.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Well,
it's gonna
yeah.
hit me in the face at this point.
And I'm gonna switch maps here soon because before you know it, well, not stumble, but you come into a chamber, and you've hit a few chambers along the way. Not some of them fairly big, could hold a church or something, fairly. But you come in, suddenly you find there's a chamber up ahead that's fairly large. And not only that, in the middle of the chamber, probably hanging about 20 feet in the air, is a parcel about the size of a trussed pig. The room is strange, and there's a heat in the room, a sort of a heat and a humidity. There's a glow coming from the ceiling as you realize you've tapped into some sort of quartz vein, and it's giving this amber aura across the chamber, probably over 150, 100 feet, 130 feet away. There are some mounds and suspicious looking bumps.
I'm going to check for traps.
Okay, well, hold on. So you can start checking for traps, but this is a large chamber. It'll take you a day to check it for traps.
I just mean my immediate area.
Okay,
At
so
the-
you
at the
start
entrance.
scanning. Well,
Yeah.
you have been doing that, so go ahead. Give me a find traps roll. Fair enough.
I sucked at it though, but Jane could give it a try.
Oh yeah, we're both
Okay,
up
well, hold
front
on.
there.
Let's give everyone a moment to think a sec before we jump ahead.
So this chamber is fairly big. We're coming up on, and there's light in it, but we're
Okay,
not
let me,
in the light.
I'll have a map here, but I just didn't
Okay,
set
yep.
the one part. Give me a second. Oh, shit. I'm gonna have to shrink this. You guys can't see anything. Oh no, I haven't showed you the map yet. Okay, the drag marks. Okay, there have been a couple multiple passageways branching off, as I said, during this. Some of them are just haphazardly weird takeoff, right? Okay, give me a minute. I need about a minute here to get things organized.
Okay.
He's gone.
Yeah, and everybody look at all your different magical abilities and any magic items you kind of haven't really looked at for a while, because I've been looking over my list, and every once in a while I find something. Oh, I forgot I had that.
Yep.
So maybe because some of those auxiliary items that don't seem important can sometimes be helpful.
Be helpful, yeah.
I need about another 2 minutes, everyone. So
Okay.
get ready. Yeah, keep going. Keep talking, you guys.
Well,
Yeah,
while
suspicious looking lump. See, this really seems like an ambush to me. We're gonna have to.
Yeah.
And the fact that there's something hanging from the ceiling like 20 feet off the floor. Yeah.
Yeah, that's mildly suspicious. Like in Star Wars when they when they're on Endor, they bring that trap. He fell for the yeah the first trap ever made in the universe.
But yeah, no, it's
Maybe we should do something like just pick up a big rock and chuck it towards these suspicious lumps in the ground. It's just so you can get back, just be ready to fight anything if something suddenly pops up.
That's not half bad an idea.
How are we doing situationally? So now think about it. You might be getting into a combat situation. So just
Yeah.
give everyone a little.
You have to get through here anyway. We're gonna.
yeah.
I don't have an avatar for Bog. Let me get that real quick.
Ow, ow, ow.
And we'll have the map ready shortly. So keep talking. What are you guys gonna do? In other words, we could roll initiative, or you guys got spells you're gonna cast.
Jang takes a second and does some meditation to heal up a couple of the bruises she's got. Because this doesn't look like it's going to be nice to walk into, so
Yeah,
she
I think
takes
this
that.
would give a healing potion too.
Also, if anyone needs any healing, I can I have cure light wounds.
Honda would like to acquire one of those if you have one to spare at the moment.
I have cure light wounds and I have cure moderate wounds.
Light wounds will do Hondo fine. She just took a couple of bumps.
Okay, and that's 8. That's a D8 plus 1 per level. So
Subdual damage, I don't think is permanent, is it?
It wears off over time.
Pardon me. That was yeah.
So
Okay,
yeah, let me
everyone
punch
see
that in
the
real
map
quick
here?
for this window.
I do indeed, yes.
Make sure your hit points are updated on your avatar and so on. Jang, you only have 11 hit points left.
No, that's not current.
Okay, I just put a circle here. This is whatever it is. This pouch is tied, like I said, about 25 feet up in this chamber. Is probably the ceiling is over 100 feet up there, and goes up into. And there are a couple holes in the ceiling, large holes, like 12, 14-foot diameters, and other exits from this chamber. One at least you can, or a couple you might be able to see. Seems to be a central hub. Oh, and then as I mentioned over here, there is a bunch of mounds, shall we call them? No need to, we're not in combat or anything, so we're just chilling.
Yeah, and Brad, did you see the healing that I cast on Hondo?
Yes.
Yeah, it's not much, but it'll do.
Actually, it was perfect. It got her back up to full.
Perfect.
Yeah. So she'd taken a couple of club beats, so she was not feeling perfect, but she was okay.
Yeah. Okay. You guys enter the room. Your call.
I'm going to cast haste on us.
All right, gather around. How does that look again when you cast that? 1 minute. Keep talking. I got my headset on.
Oh, yes, I do have a material component for that. I think it's just a feather. Yeah, I pull out a feather and Yeah, and I start doing this pattern in the air, and then the pattern goes faster and faster and faster until my hands are just like a blur, and then from there, like a sort of a wave comes out and it's in a radius, and anybody in that radius suddenly just goes speeds up.
Really observant, really fast.
Charging is up. It's like those cars used to get used to zing, 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 and let them go.
Yeah.
As you complete that, you guys suddenly hear this resounding thumping noise echoing throughout the chamber. And anyone who can give me a hear noise roll
Okay.
to see if you can find out where it's coming from or whatever.
Dang it.
The three of us that can didn't manage to pinpoint it.
Well, remember, we've still got Rack.
No, Mongo can't hear for
Mongo.
this. No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
this isn't. This is something who's intentionally making a noise.
Ah,
And you guys are like, what's going on? And boom, 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 boom. And Mongo's like, curses. It'll bring their makers.
Perfectly still for a second, guys. Just perfectly still.
You guys want to take a round?
I don't think I have an avatar. Okay. Nope.
No, we do not have silk on the board.
Oh shit. Okay, you guys decide what you're doing quickly while I find fish up silk.
Thank you.
Must be gone. Where is silk? Dun dun.
I know what I'm doing next round. I got another handy little quick spell to
Yeah.
may help us.
Okay. Oh, there we are, right? Hopefully that works. Everyone can see the map
Yep.
themselves.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, I suddenly hear this loud sound, like there's somebody's hitting some weird drum. And it's resonating throughout the chamber.
we're having a repeat of the Mines of Moria scene, aren't we?
Yeah.
Jang can see in the dark, so she's going to take a quick runabout. Again, trying to keep an offbeat thing, but run around and see if she can get a different angle to triangulate the sound from.
Okay, so you'll have to show me where you move to and what you do. Now it's not, it didn't, okay, I'll have to write in some stuff because Roll20 is being a little bit fickle here.
Yeah.
So remember, double movement rate, double attacks.
Yeah, well, that 24 becomes a 48 movement, so she's going to just try and cover a lot of territory. And so that's where the mounds are.
Yeah, I just circled it, the red thing.
Yeah, so she's going to start off by running over here next to the wall.
And that blue little circle is the thing trussed up, whatever.
From the
You
ceiling.
suspect might be cannon, of course.
Yeah. Mongo, what's the chance of knocking whatever that thing's tied to down with your hammer? Can we get that knocked down and get her and get out of here before we get one
Might
of
be
those?
alive though.
Aye, lass, but the fall may break its neck.
I don't care if we kill her. I want my stuff back. So Jang comes over to here to start.
If it's her.
Dang, that was very callous. Wow.
Ooh.
Dang, give me
Wait.
a wisdom check.
We're just straight up wisdom.
Yep.
Oop. Pass that by a lot. 12 or more.
So you justify this, and Mongo looks at you when he mentioned that, because actually Mongo said, hey, it may break its neck. And you said, I don't care, I want my stuff. And Mongo gave you a look.
I've
but
got a
you
better
shrug
way.
it off.
It's not so
Pardon?
much that it's not so much that she's drow. It's the fact that she's already succeeded at killing me.
He shrugs and turns around. He goes with the hammer. He was just surprised.
I've
Yeah.
got a better way to get her down.
And you were fine. No, you shrugged it off a bit though. What's your alignment right now?
Jang,
Yeah.
as a monk, she's lawful good, but
Now lawful evil.
Let's put little brackets after that. Neutral tendencies.
okay. She's
Okay. You slipped a little there. You realize that with that roll you made. You realize
Put
in
a
your
little
wisdom
bracket
that
with-
you were wrong, and there's a
personally.
flush comes to your cheeks. But the dwarf turns away and probably doesn't realize that he's exposed that in you with his little his kind of hesitation, going, "Oh, wow."
She still cares about a lot of things, just not that particular drow.
And but yeah, and
Yeah.
of course,
I say,
whatever.
hold, I have a better way to get her down. I can cast
Okay.
fly spell.
Okay, well, you guys take care of that. I'll be back in a minute or less. And
Okay, everyone else has one round, by the way. So Zhang, what were you about to do?
using her 48 movement, she was just gonna, and her vision and stuff, she just wanted to scout up and see what else she could see around here, basically keeping to the edge of the walls and away from that area.
Okay, we'll give you a
Come-
hear noise
Yeah, I'm
roll
not
as you
finding
move
one
around
better.
that edge. I'll
Yep.
expose some more here.
Okay.
And there's multiple passageways. Some of them a bit smooth, and you can tell some of them semi-natural. You know what I mean? Some of them were made. Some of them are used by the creatures as just passageways. It's easy to move down a pre-made passage, but these creatures seem to ignore all else.
Yep.
Anyone make a hear noise? Oh, okay, you didn't. So you, for the moment, you don't hear anything or see anything, but you realize there's multiple ways to come in here.
Yeah. So basically, she just kind of wants to jump over to this point up here, up there, around this stalactite or whatever it is, and then back down here, and see, and like stop at like the four corners and see if she can triangulate where this drumming's
Okay,
coming from.
as you get close to this area here, you see that there's like a thermal kind of sinkhole that's radiating kind of steam and stuff that's what's heating up the place. And
I'm
it's
sorry, I
stirring a
never
bit.
seen your ping.
I'm pinging it now. By the eggs.
Oh, in the middle of that red circle.
Yeah.
Okay.
This whole area you see has these weird mounds that are kind of sweating and glowing a bit.
Mhm.
And you see couple things writhing in between the mounds as you get closer. And you
Okay.
realize that there are small tubular creatures kind of moving around a little bit.
Yeah.
They're eating things. Because it's a bit of a sunken area. You didn't see this, right? This whole is a bit of a bowl.
Okay. Yeah. So
And-
she's going around that on the outside of that.
Okay, wise. Now give me a dexterity check -5
Okay.
or +5 penalty. And meanwhile, there's a sound thumping through the chamber. Bang,
Yeah.
bang, 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 bang. Okay, so none of them you don't stir up the nest,
Okay.
speak literally, and you skirt it and go around the side and you see more passageways going off. You realize this is a hub.
Yeah.
There's many passages going out of here. As you're finishing up, Kate, now we'll go back to the party and you'll basically be able to kind of get back to this area ish in that round. You can quickly run around, moving fast. And anyone else? So you're casting haste, Baudica, Gwyden. What Dredric's like? What are your orders, sir?
I'm going to examine the passageways and see if I can get any information as far as where, if the drag marks end, and if so, where do they end?
They end right underneath the parcel.
Okay, then that answers my question,
Yep.
because that was the big thing I was concerned about.
As you move up, you move your character. I'll move. You have to go a little closer. I'll have to get to about here. Well, it's obvious.
I know
You get
what
to
you
about
said.
here, and then you realize Yeah, where you are. Oh,
Can you wait? Can you wait?
probably, that's probably Canon Arcadia. But it could be a lump of rock. You realize these germline are very cunning.
Mhm.
Monsters.
I recommend we spend no more time here than we have to. Get that package and let's get back out the way we came, or where we think we can get back to. We know we got to get back up out of this depth.
Right. Okay, so it's now just a metagame here. It's a shame none of you heard the source of that sound, and you could have cast a silence 15-foot radius or something. But that's water under the bridge.
Yeah.
As there's a shudder throughout the chamber, and rocks trickle down and from the ceiling, and cracks emerge as there's this horrifically loud shrieking sound that comes from the depths of some mega earthly creature. Could only be a maker, as the large purplish huge shape of this massive creature comes out of the floor, bursting rocks all over the place, basically right underneath the package thing.
Did they not get a chance to knock it down this round?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Because that was what they were doing while I was moving.
Yeah. So of course, we'll have this round. So he was gonna try and knock it down with the hammer throw. That's actually a hit because he is very good with that hammer. And
I was casting a fly spell and I was going to fly over and get it, but
okay, well, no, I'll let you guys have to communicate. I rushed things there a minute. You hear a shudder and the Mongo turns to you all and goes, "The maker comes."
Brad did mention that was one of the things he wanted to interrupt with.
I'm not flying straight over there though, because
you appears you have a round to prep. So go ahead, Brad. You're casting your fly and you also jump up.
The rest of us are hasted, so we can.
If you got something you can cut that with and bring it over without making any sound on the floor, just get it and get back.
Well, he said we can see this thing now, though.
Well, that was the first round.
No. I'm starting it over again. You hear a shudder. Mongo turns to you and says, "The maker comes."
Yeah. So see how far can you fly with that?
I can fly pretty far, pretty fast. I can pick up the bundle, but then I'm at my maximum flying capacity. Yeah.
But you're not touching the floor. You're not touching the floor. You're not making tremor sounds. So that's even better than I am doing.
These suckers can jump though. They can like wing up in the air. So I'm being very careful. I don't want to get swallowed.
Yeah. I just tell
fly
you
over there with a dagger and go up there, snip the thing, and then try to carry her back and try to fly as high as I can, I guess.
Okay.
That seems the only practical way to get her down without killing her. Yeah.
Coming from you, that's impressive, actually.
Oh,
Okay, I'm back. We're gonna start here from the top.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah, you have one round. We'll start with spells,
And
then let me know your plan.
Silk was just saying he's going to fly up there with his dagger, cut it loose, stay near the roof, and come back down, staying away from the floor
as much as possible, and do be as quick
much as possible. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So Silk, I'll move you. You launch yourself forward and you zip up towards this body. Yeah, go ahead. And you realize that it is a body, and it probably is Canon Arcadia. But she's wrapped in some canvas sack.
Yeah, so I'll fly up with a dagger and snip the line and try and fly back with her, but then I'm at my maximum weight capacity. So
Okay,
so a little sluggish.
Let's go to the next. Baudica, going to cast Bless. Okay, so you start chanting. How does Baudica work with your goddess?
I'm going to say, the light of the moon descends overall, Alistare, please bless us in our moment, in our hour of combat.
Wonderful. And you might even start singing a dirge. Hey, oh, so, yo. And everybody's uplifted somewhat. You feel a blessing ascend on you, and the place lights up a little bit. And you briefly see these lavender eyes off in the ceiling. Gwyden, you and Dredrick, he's beside you going, "Oh, cripes, sire. It's like we're in for it now. You feel that?" And his feet, you can feel it rumbling, and all you can now feel it rumbling on the ground.
Grab somebody's spare helmet and chuck it on before I go.
Yeah, I think we're going to spread out just a little bit, maybe less concentrated. I don't know if it helps us to be a little less concentrated in our locations. I can't. There's
Sure, it's good
at
to
this
slow
point,
down.
all we hear is a sound, right?
You feel it and hear it.
Yeah, it's close.
And I'm going to roll now to see where it appears.
Okay. I'm going to do my best then to stay on my feet, not get swallowed up by whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you brace yourself, right, Dredrick? You look at him, and he goes, "Aye, for the Legion, eh, Captain?"
For the Legion.
And he salutes you, loads his crossbow. Bog comes running up, and he's kind of panicking, scurrying around. He starts climbing a wall over here. I'll roll to see if he can climb walls. And he's slipping and sliding comically and not really getting far. He's scrambling around. Mongo, he was about to throw that, and he stops, and he braces and forms formation with Gwyden, gets up close on your right flank, Gwyden. And Dredrick, he's got his crossbow. He gets in this little nook here, and you see this little, he's hoping that he could form a bit of a defensive zone here. Watch this right flank. Thinking military terms. All right, Silk, you see him launch up. He gets near the parcel and he starts cutting at the string. Hondo, what are you doing?
Hondo's
And
going to
Jang.
come over here and basically form up with Dredrick and pull out her Naginata and just use it to keep anything away from in front of him.
Perfect weapon for right now. Yeah.
Mongo yells out,
Huge.
"Don't stay too close together. They'll swallow you whole." So he stays probably like 10, 15 feet away. There's gaps, of course, but he's like not worried about that. But he yells at everybody, "Don't get too close together."
Yep. Silk's the only one not touching the floor at this point.
Right.
So this is the next round? Or that was their...
This was your round where you hear this rumbling and shaking.
Yep.
And
Okay. See what happens.
All right, there's a bunch of dust comes billowing out of this passageway here. And there's a crunching sound. And there's still that rhythmic thumping sound going, by the way. It's still going on. As you see the large gaping maw of the fanged maker show itself. And it's truly horrific and massive. And I'll show you how big and horrific and massive.
You make magical armor out of its skin, though. Like nice magical armor. But you have to kill it first, of course.
And have time to do that, which we are running short on.
Yeah, you just grab a big chunk.
So this thing emerges and it's there and it's attacking. Like it comes flying in the room. There's suddenly the surge as it comes in, flexing its segments and moving with speed. And you feel the heat of its mouth as it opens up, emitting this kind of rankus roar. And you smell the brimstone and fires of its stomach.
Yikes.
And everyone's like,
Maybe you're
holy
hitting
shit.
people.
Yeah, and Mongo's like, oh, he almost falls to his knees.
So was Pierre's Hill just a little bit. Yeah, I would.
And the thumping drones on. So let's roll initiative.
Okay, here we go. Ah,
The creature. Anyone have a spell they can cast less than 3 segments?
Busy right now.
No? Okay, so the creature goes directly at Mongo and Gwyden, and it looks like it's going to choose between the two of them at the moment. They're just right there. It turns, and with its gaping maw, it just goes to swallow.
Remember, double speed, double attack.
oh, right. The haste spell's on still, so
Yeah.
do they get a chance
Something,
to?
guys. Remember, it's like bless. You got to poke every once in a while, Heather, to make sure that we remember it.
Yeah. One or two. It's Mongo 3 or 4. Gwyden. Okay, Gwyden. Your AC, of course, minus your shield. What's your AC?
Without the shield,
Still something
Oh,
pretty good.
never mind. The creature just
3.
totally matador the thing as it just goes lunges at you, missing. And its ass end is still coming out of the tunnel, so its stinger isn't present yet. And that's it for its move. It's your guys' action now, as it just completely went to swallow Gwyden.
Okay.
And it's kind of lurching by you, kind of just surging and luring up and bringing its tail about to attack.
Yep. Zhang's going to cut around. Well, she was farther than that, was she not? You said she'd end up over here somewhere at the end of her round.
Yep.
She's going to yell at Baudica to do something about that thumping sound, and she's going to charge in and attack him.
Okay. So in you go. Go punching the
Wasn't
side
Jang
of this
already
worm.
swallowed by that frog once?
Indeed, she was. Oh shoot! And I've closed Zhang's paper or character sheet. Give me 1 second while I pop the character sheet back up.
No problem.
It's funny. Hopefully, we don't have to do that again.
Yeah.
So everyone
No,
think
but
about what
she's-
you're gonna do.
There's no
Right.
commander to save you. No.
She comes in and she's going to take that. This thing's huge, like you said, like 10, 12 feet in diameter.
Yeah, about 12 feet.
Oh, she's coming in and she's going to pick someplace behind the head, just someplace that looks like it's important. And I guess she's opposite side of Gwyden there. And just see if she can do a jump kick at it. Take dragon kicks bull off a mountain. See what we can do here.
Yeah. That's a
Shook it
hit.
off and laughed.
Yeah, that is a hit.
That's a large creature.
Yeah.
Holy crap, that's 31 points of damage. She just cranks right into its neck.
And you rupture the segment and crack you see its tail whipping about.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna try sting you next round in defense.
Okay.
All right,
So
attacks you now in defense, pardon me. At the end of the round, pardon me.
So then she just does a regular martial arts attack after that. Why am I not getting the right chart up?
Yeah, it's an odd one, but 12 roll. I think it's armor class 2.
Yeah.
That is well, you have any bonuses?
Not at this point, unless it's something you want to give
No,
her
that's
for
a hit. No, you hit him.
being off opposite side of
10
Gwyden.
more damage.
Yeah.
Wow. So you're covered in kind of you cracked the segment in its carapace and shattered it somewhat. Did a lot of damage. as the thing gives out a screech and you're covered in purple
Goo.
worm goo.
High quality.
But it's yeah, but it's still alive very much and kicking.
Yeah.
Right.
Gwyden, take the head off.
Meow.
Yep.
Bring out the lightsaber. Wing.
Little buzzsaw.
The old buzzsaw.
Okay.
Scotty. Oh yeah, he's there. Oh
Remember, double attack.
yeah, but not for Jang. You don't.
No,
Haste
not
doesn't affect Jang.
But Gwyden does.
Yeah. So yeah, you're
11.
gonna do blender here.
22 points
Oh
damage.
my.
Ooh, nice.
Slice, slice.
What's 51 minus 22? 29.
Yeah. Chewing. her up.
Okay, you go right at its head and you carve in a chunk of its jaw off, leave a piece of flesh fall sideways, kind of unreactive, but the creature is writhing now and shrieking in rage.
It's not used to getting hurt.
No, but
Not
you
to that
hear
extent.
rumbling in the ground. You feel rumbling in your feet. There's more coming.
Oh my.
Okay.
Who's after Gwyden? So Drederick, he's looking and he's got his crossbow and he's trying to shoot this thing, but it's got no eyes, sire. You're like, shoot it in the balls. And he,
No, it does have eyes.
yeah, I guess it does, right?
Yeah, and all the
Purple.
pictures I've seen, they do. Yeah, they're like kind of like a compound eye.
214, that's a hit. He shoots it and reloads. Nice shot too. Mongo's looking around. There's another one coming. But he runs up and attacks this thing. He's just like, kill it. Ah.
We drop this one
And-
quick this round, guys. Everybody head for the exit that we came in on. And Silk, stay flying. Keep that thing off the ground.
So he does 8 plus 10, 18 points damage. Oh, this thing is writhing around. And it's a bloody mess. Zhang has just ruptured one of its segments. It's almost paralyzed. It snapped it in half. Gwyden carved the side of its head off. And Mongo now is pummeling, cracking chunks of carapace off. And the creature is writhing in agony. Hondo has to act yet.
Mhm.
That's it, I think.
And Baudica.
And Baudica, yes. There we go. I thought there was somebody else missing.
Did you want to go first, Baudica?
Go first. For combat. Yeah,
Or whatever you wanted to do.
I was gonna try to isolate where that pounding noise is coming from, and then cast silence.
I
You
think
see-
the worm's
Ah.
where the sound is coming from, wasn't it? Or,
No, she
wrong.
saw some eyes or something.
No, there's something producing a drum sound.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. I thought that was the
Weird.
burrowing of the.
No,
worm.
it drew the worm.
Take your silence 15-foot radius and cast on whatever you saw.
All right, so at this moment, Baudica, we can use your tracking roll, let's call it, to see if you can locate where this is coming from. And if you have that silence spell available, give me what's the range? I was gonna say it's a plus 25, by the way, it's a penalty. There's a lot going on, a lot of noise at this time, little combat.
Still below your 65.
Oh yeah. So you're looking around and it's it's coming from above the eggs. You realize that's what's enraging the worms too, right?
I managed to grab the package.
Yeah, okay, you spend this round, you're hasted, and you're like, make a dexterity check, see if you can fumble along. You're not a big person, right?
Me, I'm flying.
Yeah.
I don't have to stumble.
All right. So Baudica, your range at the moment, you're gonna try to cast that, okay. Silence that up in the ceiling. Go for it.
No, fly back over here.
And Silk, you grab the parcel, and it's pretty heavy. It's like, oh, it's about 110 pounds.
Yeah, I'll zip back over here into roughly this area and land and
Okay.
then check it out.
So Baudica, what's the range on that spell?
120 feet or 120 yards. It's 12 inches.
That's actually about 80 feet away. All right, so Baudica, you cast the silence there. And again, ask your goddess. But you realize that you stop the sound suddenly and there's a quiet goes through the chamber. However, there's still one more creature's coming. You sense, you guys can hear it. You're like, where is it coming from? And the other creature still stirs. So it's going to be next round.
Mhm.
And let me roll quickly here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, Silk. You spin around and you see this gaping maw come charging down the passageway behind you.
Oh no.
I'm flying, so I should be able to get out of there pretty quick.
No, you can't. The passageway is only about 14 feet high, so you can fly right into this thing's mouth.
Oh no. It's coming in the chamber, the one we want to go out.
So, but Silk, you can fly by its mouth. It can still take an attack at you, but you can't fly down the passageway. It's coming down.
I can't fly back the other way.
Reverse
Or you can
direction.
turn around, but this thing's going to attack you either way.
Hmm.
And it can lurch 30, 40 feet in the air, this thing, man. It can just,
I know,
as you fly away.
That's why these things freak me out.
So you turn and try to get away, I'm
I
assuming.
think I'd rather
So-
I'd rather get out here. Yeah, going
Okay.
past it could squish me against. Even if I misses,
So let's roll
Why?
initiative.
with me.
Can Hondo close and do his attack against the first one?
Oh, he hasn't yet? Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Oh,
So he's going to go down the body some by where near where Mongo is, so she doesn't end up with near the head. Maybe she can just leave distracted.
Yep.
13's armor class 5 for her.
It's not a hit.
Okay, well she is not high enough level yet to be affected by haste or slow, so she is actually hasted. So she's going to use some of her martial arts to just
No,
lay in
monks can't be hasted.
at a certain level.
No, I think it's period.
Mm,
They ignore slow and they ignore haste,
yeah.
right?
Give me 1 second. I'll reference that.
And that's, well, unless it's level. And at its level, they ignore slow.
Yeah.
Okay.
well, unfortunately, I'm not taking the package with me. I'm getting out of here. I drop it and get the hell out of there for 5 seconds.
It's bait. Drop it here. Take it.
Yeah.
Nom.
Uh,
We're still finishing up last round. I forgot about Hondo. So go ahead. Roll the attack. Whatever.
okay. Just martial arts. Yeah. So 1, 2. That was her martial arts attack and her Nagana attack. Oh yeah. So there's another one. Boom. 13, still not going to do it.
No,
And
not quite.
that one. No, she cannot connect with anything around the board. She lays in a flurry of chops and kicks and punches, and nothing gets through the carapace.
So Silk, the last second, spin around, going, look out, and we start the next round. So roll initiative. Now,
I did.
5.
No, we already rolled. It was 6 and 6.
Oh, Brad, you rolled it already.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
fine. Okay,
It's
you guys go
still
ahead.
simultaneous.
Yeah.
Right, so
So-
simultaneously get the hell out of there.
So simultaneous action. I can go with the purple worms first if you want. But spells go first. So if you have a spell, it's less than 3 segments.
Baudica, did you have another spell as you wanted to do?
Now there's not another worm coming this round, you realize, because you silenced the thumping for the moment.
We got to get this and then get out of here. We're going to get overwhelmed.
Yeah, we are. As far as running distraction, son of a bitch. Rosie, please stop.
You're working for them.
Yeah, she's. I think she's looking for something to drink. With the way that she's burrowing. There. That fixed it.
Done.
Uh,
See, motherhood was easy.
yeah, thank goodness I decided to try nursing.
Oh yeah.
Because I would have been screwed if I had to make a bottle at this point.
And they're right.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think the only spell I could feasibly do at this point is magic missile. And I don't know if that's how helpful that's gonna be at this point.
Okay, you have 10 seconds.
Oh, I can do some damage.
Yeah, that one's very, very damaged. It could clear one of our flanks.
Might as well, yeah. So that's D4s. I'm gonna double check.
4+1, yeah.
Yeah, D4 plus 1.
And you're what level?
I'm a 10th level ranger. I just happened to get that particular
So it's
skill.
missiles. Yeah.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
got to figure
And
out what
druid
you're.
spells. I think.
Yeah, I do have druid spells as well. But I'm not sure what the level is for spell casting for a ranger. It's been a while. Okay, so I'm gonna say
Basically,
gonna
just
look
need
at
to
it.
roll damage for a couple magic missiles, I think, at
yeah.
this point.
I'm just gonna say it's a D4 plus 1 because again it's yeah. But it'll do something. And I got max. So
And you'll shoot down its throat and explode its head.
Oh, nice.
That one magic missile.
well there we go. That did something.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it did something. It cleared
You
that entire
killed
flank.
But the thing gets its attack this round. It's simultaneous.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of. Wait a minute. That's a 1 segment spell. So. And you're hasted. So you kill this thing before it gets its attack.
So it was
Oh.
basically gearing
I'll
up.
judge in this motion. Okay, who's next? Silk, you were flying out of there, right? Which direction are you going? You guys came down this. Oh no, you came down this passageway over here. That's where you came in.
That's why he wanted to get back out it.
Well, I went over to the mouth that I landed and I was going to look at the package. And then he said, and then I turned around and I saw a purple worm there.
Yeah.
I don't have momentum going towards it because I had landed. So I can I'm going to try to zip the other way.
Okay, so your intention is turn around and go back where you came?
Yeah. So even if I miss it and I pass it away, I can still get squished against the side easy.
It can still take a swipe at you. You or
Yeah.
Baudica or Bog.
Yeah.
Or even Dreaderick. So okay, so you're gonna be flying away.
Anyway.
Baudica, you blew up the other one. Dreaderick, he's reloaded his crossbow and spins around and he's like, oh shit. And he's like, oh Captain,
See plan.
fight or flee.
Left flank.
He
That's
shoots
one
his,
flank.
but he hits the thing.
Burying a bolt in it.
Yeah. Well, as he reloads and backpedaling, and this creature's writhing around, snapping, and this creature comes out. Mongo spins around, and he's like, "Oh Christ, another one!" And he looks down the passageways. Are we running or fighting? And but he throws his hammer for now and misses. Holy cow! Never misses. Catches the hammer back. Damn.
Hard to open these buggers.
Yeah. Hondo, you want to act? And then Jang, or Jang
Yep.
and then Hondo.
This one collapses in front of Jang. So
Mhm.
she looks at Guide and say, carve our way down that passage. We're leaving. And she heads straight in for this one again. It's like, we got to get out of here.
Are you going back the way you came?
That's the only way we know that we're going to get out of here. So
Right.
we can't guarantee with all these other passages linked, we're gonna be able to track our way out of here. So she's
Right.
just fighting her way back out the way she came in.
All right. So I'll give you one attack. How far was that? It's doubled scale on this one, by the way, because it's not.
Okay.
direct. It's about 110 feet,
Okay, she got a 24 movement as a base.
100 feet.
Okay. So just the one run in.
Yeah, not even actually. You'd have to just run over there.
Well, she
Quite a
has
ways.
she has that one jump kick that requires movement to.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, you can try that. Come flying in. Ah,
It cracked plates before.
you're
Let's
putting
see.
yourself in the danger of its attack, though.
Oh, indeed. I'm fully aware of that.
Yep.
Ah, and then twist and
Gulp. and swallows you.
slides off a plate. Oh, it would have been great damage though.
Right. Gwyden. You spin around. Oh, you're about 80 feet, 70 feet from the other one. Yeah,
I
about
think I can
70.
cover that. I think I can cover that
Not attack.
and not attack.
No.
A movement.
Yeah.
All right. I'll try and get up there. Maybe just serve as a distraction.
Its tail's caught back in the tunnels though, correct?
Yeah,
So
but it will emerge if it wants.
Oh,
Have to
yeah.
Stop it. So, anyone left?
Hondo is not real interested in getting in on a totally fresh one.
Okay, so the creature will be one or two. One is bog, 2 or 3 silk, 3 or 4 Jang, 5 or 6 is Gwyden. It's Gwyden. Now Gwyden minus your shield, you were minus 3 or 4?
-4.
Minus 4. Yeah. Okay. Okay, the creature goes to swallow you and misses and surges into the room, forcing you back or to the sides as this thing surges by everybody, bringing its tail forth.
Everybody gets pushed out of the way as it comes in.
Yeah, it's to kind of bulges as thing swings around, lurching with its tail. And it missed you, and you guys killed the other one. So for the moment, just that. Silk, you're flying around, dodging this thing as it's bobbing its head about. And yeah. And next time its tail will come into play if necessary. But initiative roll next round.
Okay. Looks like we beat you on that one.
Yep. Okay, what do you guys want to do? We'll start with spells. And Mongo is like,
It has spells, but everybody's in the way.
hmm. Silk, you can fly over the thing now. You're still carrying the bundle. You can't do much else. You can't cast spells or do anything. You're carrying this big, heavy bundle.
Last time I dropped the bundle.
Oh.
It was beer the bundle, man. I dropped
Okay,
it.
so Silk, what's your lowest attribute? And give me, this is a luck check. So if you fail this luck check, the purple worm has squished Canon Arcadia.
12 is my lowest.
Okay, so you have to roll 12 or less.
11.
Skinny
So far, you've
me.
managed to keep the bundle out of the.
So
out
there's
of
a bundle somewhere, yeah, in the trail of the purple worm, somehow missing.
Yeah, sorry, bundle, but I'm gonna get swallowed. Get the hell out of here. If it would have slowed me down for sure, it would have got eaten.
Mongo's stopping to listen if there's more coming.
Yeah.
All right, so let's start with who wants to go first? This creature is writhing and is going to attack.
Damn.
Guiden, you start the carving. Everybody else, if it goes down, we're heading for the tunnel. We're getting out of here.
If I get eaten, everyone runs, huh?
No.
Sir Robin.
Braves, Robin.
I have 3 attacks this round.
Nice. Holy,
Ooh,
those are looking good.
again. Oh wow, okay, 22 points damage. 34 points damage as you wade into this thing.
Nice.
And it's writhing around, twisting as Gwyden does his thing, carving into it. And Dredric's kind of backpedaling a bit, but he shoots his crossbow off. Twing! And fudges things up, and oh damn, it's jammed. Mongo wades in for 2 attacks this time. He doesn't throw, he just goes in for 2 mighty swings.
Crushing
Yeah.
blows.
Oh, whack, whack. And that's die 8. So that's 5 plus 4 is 9. 18 damage.
Nice.
Okay, so the thing is, yeah, there's blood pulping and segments shattering. Hondo can attack. Jang can attack. Baudica can do what you want, of course.
Zhang starting off with their chain whip. Oh, so you might want to make a couple rolls there for bleed damage as she rips a gob of flesh out from underneath one of the plates.
Bleed damage probably won't affect this thing.
Okay.
Just it's too big.
Okay. I know I can't do that, so I gotta do that. Okay. Then she turns around and just takes that metal armor and just pommels one of the into it. Oh, shattering one of the plates right into it. And actually, she's got that stored electric. She's going to use that electric shock on this thing.
Oh, okay.
44. She's never used that before because she was worried about you not needing it in time. And right now is a time when she thinks we might need that.
Go, gadget arm, zap.
And so that was what, 18 points of damage plus another 9 electrical as it discharges on the inside of the plate.
And the creature's writhing as this powerful party gives it its full broadside, and you guys lay into it. And boy, you guys can lay on the damage.
Well, between between Gwyden and I, we really can when we get lucky rolls.
Yeah.
The problem with the purple worm is it can go south so fast.
Oh, very much so. Yeah.
Get swallowed.
I mean, we can create damage, but if he swallows your damage maker,
Yeah.
which could happen with just a number, it's a completely different encounter.
Yeah.
Who's left?
I am, and I'm gonna try to hit this some bitch.
Nice.
Question for you, Darren.
Yeah.
Does armor class -6 pass it by 5 or more? Its armor class?
Oh, right. Your stunner kill.
Yeah.
That's only against humanoid creatures,
Oh, right. Yes, I forgot about that. Yes.
I think.
Yes, it is humanoid. Yeah.
And Baudica moves in and finishes off this worm in spectacular fashion.
Nice.
But the creature gets an attack at simultaneous action, so it's still. I don't like simultaneous action. That's why I asked. I think from now on I might ask for rerolls because it's just weird.
We won that round, Darren.
I was
you
gonna say,
did?
Four,
you had a
4-3.
4, you rolled a 3.
Oh, okay. Pardon me. I might change that rule. Just to let everyone know it's just too weird for me. Seems like how can he swallow
Hard to
you
keep
and you
track
kill
of.
it in the same time, right?
Yeah.
But you can, I guess. But yeah, other games don't do that. But anyway, you kill for now. The creature slumps down and writhes in dramatic fashion as this massive creature rolls about, and you realize it didn't squish the parcel. Silk dropped, and
Well, let's
Mongo,
get the parcel.
Mongo kind of shrugs and he goes, there's more out there for the moment.
Quickly grab everything and let's get out of here grab that parcel,
Yeah.
and nobody runs in an even fashion. Everybody's got a limp.
Limp and
Ministry
shuffle.
of Funny Walks in Hasted.
Hasted Ministry of Funny Walks, yes.
And Mongo's kind of looking with, he's like, oh, okay, I suppose. And we'll head out the way we came then.
We got to get back up unless you can think of a better way, Mongo. We got to get back up from where we came from.
All right, let's go then. And you guys leave the chamber quickly, and leaving the two writhing, massive creatures for the moment. And things are quiet. There's no tremors. And you guys go back into the maze, and hence you came, follow your trail back, or strike out in a new direction.
I don't suppose I'd have time to harvest some poison from these suckers.
No, that would take a long time.
No, that'd take way too long, buddy.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Um,
It's good poison.
we'll go several 10 or 20 minutes away from here, and then let Mongo say, you think you can find us a direction back to where we need to be? Your underground skills, can you get us back up to them paths we were on?
I was just rolling to see where Yix and Yaks were.
Yeah.
Okay. They can't find you right now.
We're too far off of where they left us.
And so they're gonna, yeah. So for the moment, you're not sure where the Xorns are. And so you follow the passage back out and backtrack, like you said, quite a ways. And then, sorry, repeat again what your plan is right now. We had a big combat there, so I'm just a bit.
Yep. Well, we need to get back on our real path to where we were heading.
Yeah.
And you said this came down a long ways, like we dropped a lot more distance again.
Yeah.
So unless Mongo thinks he can find us another way back up, we need to go back up the way we came down.
Get out of this hive.
Yeah.
Yeah, good call. So let's go back the way we came, and hopefully those germ lane aren't gonna pester us, of course. And so we go back into the tunnels and backtrack. We're going back into the main thoroughfares of the Underdark, hopefully, and away from this hive of purple worms and germline nest.
I love scum and villainy.
And sure enough, you gain some distance, shuffling along, and for the moment, no worms pursue you, and we have a pause.
So we can like for 13.
Yeah, and the haste
rounds.
goes and goes. And you guys make good time, and you're not pursued. And you killed a couple of adult purple worms. And like Scott said, it could have they get huge. They're 15 hit die monsters. So
holy crap.
We totally lucked out. I'm glad we didn't know what the hit dice were.
Yeah,
before we got into that fight.
Yeah.
That was a challenging fight to get out of that without taking any serious losses.
For sure.
But pulling
I would
back,
check the package and make sure that, and check if it's alive, or even if it is this drow, it could be something else. We don't even know for sure.
you open the sack and you see an unconscious drow, and it's Canon Arcadia, and she's been shaved of all her hair, and she's naked.
Really?
That's unusual. That's weird.
And if actually you read up, anyway, I'm metagaming. You read up on the germline, that's what they do. Shave their victims bald and use them as bait or leave them to entrap others. They're very cunning.
Weird.
Yeah, and especially he says they shave them bald. So you see that she's snoring away and unconscious, and this female drow. On her naked form, you can make out some tattoos and such, but she's been stripped completely and shaved.
She has none of our gear or her own. Shit.
Nothing. Completely naked.
Dang.
In this kind of weird canvas sack, we kind of just tied at the top, and she's been drugged or knocked unconscious. Yeah, she's rough shape. You can tell she's bloody and
They messed her up bad.
Oh yeah.
Shoot, that means my brooch is Lord only knows where.
And And I did make some rolls and such about that, but
I feel slightly sorry for her.
Yes, but
Just a pang.
mhm.
Like,
All right. So for the moment, you have peace, and there's no tremors. Mongo is like, I think we killed the mature ones, and he's just in awe, like, whoa. But you're waiting now, hoping that the Xorns show up, perhaps. Go
Wait a
ahead.
second. Didn't we capture one of the
Germline.
Germans?
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we never played that out.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about that.
Darn it.
Is there a trap ahead? Tell us.
Well,
Yeah.
I would almost say that it's gone.
Ah,
You
shit.
gotta,
Well,
It's
Yeah,
gone.
combat
You look around, you're like,
Wormed
ah,
its
shit.
way out.
Yeah, just to roll on. Oh, interesting so far. So here we are. Now we're sort of waiting for the Xorns and find a quiet spot. You've backtracked to the point, and it was quick now because you realize we're not going to go down dead ends and stuff. We're going directly back. You got to the point where something grabbed this thing and then dragged it, and where its footprints were, and you backtrack a ways until you're out of this hive area. You realize that you were drawn into or the purple worm area. And so
Mhm.
you're out of the danger of the purple worms. You're hopefully back now in the tertiary passage. And it's about now finding this area. And give me a moment. And you're all pretty tired. I don't know how are your hit points and such.
I did take a potion a while ago. I didn't really take any hits, so I'm not too bad fate.
Yeah, Zhang's carrying a little bit from when she from the fight at the main actually what was our last fight previous to that?
Okay, you see the two Jorns, Jing and Jang, standing there, and it looks like they've been standing there for a couple hours as you guys walk up, and they turn to you, shuffle, shuffle. Ah, you have gems? Jing says.
Fuck off. I already gave you all.
Oh, no gems? And their eyes kind of narrow.
You already got them.
They can't smell
Besides,
gems. They can smell metals, but not gems.
You
They're sniffing, and they looked a bit disappointed, but
what about passage? Tunnel in earth.
they nod. We found main passage.
Where's it come out?
No gems? They seem to be giving you a shakedown.
Just a snack. 10 gold piece one each. Just to tide you over.
Ah,
You already
We
paid.
have all of our gems with this. That would be
You
wasted.
were already paid in gems for this time.
We
just
don't
get
really have
snacks.
many with us left.
No.
give me a charisma check, Zhang.
D20 roll.
If you help us find some of the drow, we'll give you their armor and everything that we don't want. There should be plenty of metal for you.
They shrug. We want gems.
Oh, natural one.
Ooh. So, and they jump up and down and go, you nice. You will give us gems, though, more gems. Soon, right?
As soon as we
oh
can.
yeah, yeah. The finest of gems.
Ooh,
Soon.
the finest. And they rock on their 3 bipods in this weird kind of pylon motion, swiveling around, clunk, 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 in this weird dance.
Yeah.
And they go, follow, quick. Maker's about. They call the maker a weird language. The goobers are about. And
We
they march
know.
off down this passageway, and they unerringly take you down these right, left passageways until you're away from the honeycombs. You're away, and lo and behold, you come into the main passageway, and everyone gives a sigh of relief. And I'm just rolling this forward, of course. You take another cycle of rest, by the way, and I'm just rolling it forward, and you recognize right away that there's passageway, there's a main thoroughfare. You have reached the primary passage.
That's that big 20, 30, 40 foot wide one with the with big.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Oops.
Hey, let's go talk to the Elithids. I'm sure they'd be happy for a chat.
No thanks.
Pardon me. I was going to. So now we've moved on, and we've now hit this primary passageway, and it appears empty. There's a flutter, cave bats go by, and slugs slithering, and the usual, and stalactites and stalagmites, and the echoes and chirps. But you've left far behind the purple worm domain, and you moved as quick as you could, and you realize now you're carrying this sack now, stirring and becoming awake. You're all exhausted, and you found a little nook to camp as you realize your drow prisoner is awakening, and you've traveled a good shift. Like you moved fast. These Jorns just moved.
Mhm. I say we extremely well tie her up. She might be a useful trade when we come up to this next cavern. We'll have to keep her alive and stuff till then, but if worse comes to worse, we could trade her for some kind of favorable return.
Or we're gonna treat her with dignity. Like give her some clothes and keep her.
Well,
Yeah, let's at least.
Semi hobbled.
well, yes,
Yeah.
but I mean, I don't want her running off and reporting anything more. But especially seeing as we kept her alive, that might be a sign of weakness to them. Maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see.
The drow are pretty cunning. I can imagine if they had a chance to trade, that or to strategically use a hostage, they would.
Mhm.
They would
They're-
probably only pay for a hostage if it was somebody from their own house. They wouldn't give a shit about anybody from another house, basically.
And you're a long ways from the city.
Yeah. But we don't know whose houses are which people out here. Now we have some idea who were at the previous camp, but who's running the next camp?
Yep. And
So-
if she is a member of a powerful house, do you have any leverage? She could be a schmuck. You'll have
We-
to see. So I was going to end the session actually at that point.
Yeah.
And start the next one with you guys taking up camp again, avoided a catastrophe in one way, and gotten this prisoner suddenly. And there's all sorts of dynamics happening in the group and so on. And so you'll give us some time to think about it. Next session, we'll start with her stirring and you guys about to take a rest.
Yeah.
And
One question while we're on the topic there, Darren, you mentioned last time after the